And we're back.
And
who should we show our poem to first?
Let's go Natsuki, because she hasn't said much.
Because she's being totally, absolutely normal.
Yeah, I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Yeah?
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
Bitch. That's a little brunch.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotion.
I wrote about, like, death and shit, so, yeah, no emotions at all. So basically, it's not pure enough for your taste.
Ooh. Do you want to get smacked?
Oh, she's gritting her teeth. I'll pass.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine.
That's what she said.
I like that you like it. Oh, God. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. That's about it.
You're just a ray of sunshine, aren't you? How do I get out of this bitch? Does the music sound fucked to you?
I think that might be Natsuki's song. I'm not sure though.
Ah, well, anyway.
Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
Maybe because you're a cunt. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it's hard. But it hits you hard.
Dyslexia part.
Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening.
Well, Sayori hung herself, so you're doing better than her.
So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay.
I'd like to put weight on some kind of play with you. Foreplay.
Oh, I'm yawning.
Oh, you're yawning. Okay, that's why you just stopped. Like, that's why you didn't say your line in the middle, in the middle of our recording.
Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose.
Just like your chest.
It always bring out the feeling in the last line.
Sure you did. I guess more went into that than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro.
Ooh.
I'm glad you learned something.
I learned a lot.
Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Well, yeah, but actually I did, because I've experienced this. Not this exact, it's just a little bit outside of the box, but I've experienced roughly this before. Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. I'll only take her virginity. Who should I show my poem to next?
And the FBI just... Go, go, go! Hi, Cleet! Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening.
Yeah, you are.
Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Can we hang Sayori? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share a poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Cleet. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
There's a barrier I want to get past with you. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
Great job, Cleet. I was going ooh in my head while reading it.
Ooh.
It's really metaphorical.
It sure is.
I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go from something so deep.
Call me dumb, bitch? I want to go so deep inside you.
That's what I was going. That was where my mind was going.
I had to. I had to come up in my head.
I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
Huh? That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway.
Yeah.
You know that Yuri liked this kind of writing, right?
That's specifically why I wrote that kind of writing.
Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality.
And attached to a rope.
Or, her eye kind of wasn't attached to her body like last episode.
Yeah, that happened too.
I don't mean that, like, it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that.
Oh, I'll indulge her.
She must be really starved of social interaction, so I don't blame her for coming on a little strongly.
I'll come on her strongly.
Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time.
It's my kind of woman. Stimulate her, then she goes away. Suddenly, the door opens.
Yuri!
Delete previous versions of Windows? Your computer's running low on dismiss.
Dismiss.
Click dismiss.
Alright. I'm back. Did I miss anything?
Me.
Not really.
We just presented our poems and did what we were supposed to. You were gone.
Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. I need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
Well, as the president of the literature club, that's not something you should, introduce. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel like that way, you know.
I see. Well, let's read it then.
Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused. I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flesh-sheets paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right here. It's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. Monica,
Alright.
you are absolutely hot, and I just absolutely want to plow the shit out of you. But
So-
what the fuck did that even mean?
I'm going to applaud it and pretend that I understand it on a psychological level or some shit. Anyway.
So what'd you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. That kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines.
I want more freaky shit to happen.
When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it.
The three of us hung your best friend and we're trying to fuck with your head now.
I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a little bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it kind of coming on strongly.
Once again, I'll come on you strongly. Hi-Res TV started streaming Smite.
Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Michael's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get into something down on paper and tidy it up later. Anyway, another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink.
Blood dropping from Sayori's hanging body.
So just move your hand and go with the flow.
Yeah, you can move your hand and go with the flow, Monica.
That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Who should I show my poem to next?
You can do Jerry now.
I mean, yeah, the freak girl. Something awesome's gonna happen, I just know it. As Yuri reads the poems, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
What was that?
Did I say that out loud?
Yeah. Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
He's going to hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
Yeah, if you committed a murder and you're nervous, people are gonna know. Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have?
I drew a dick on someone's face when he was passed out drunk once.
Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you, almost as big as your boobs. This is actually my first time, Riri. That's what she said.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly, and then looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there's specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognized in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem.
I've got so many skills and techniques that can go into something.
Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. That's if you could be a little bit biased, though.
Biased? Her?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, or me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which, itself, is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club?
Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the ember glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sticking blue-green hue of the future. I bathe.
Calm.
Calms? Is it calms? Calms
Calm
breathing.
with a semicolon.
Okay. Calm breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
I'll flick you.
I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting.
It is pretty shitty. Rat? I wasn't thinking that at all. I was totally thinking that.
But it took you a long time to read it.
Because your handwriting is shit. I mean, because I'm a slow reader. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
Huh? That's a relief.
I also liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short?
Sweetheart, if that's not too short, nothing's too short.
I usually write longer poems.
Well, I have a longer cock. Not at all.
I'm really glad you liked it.
That's what she said.
I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to share something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
I can shoot something in you that's easy to digest. Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Uh-huh. Actually, this story isn't about a ghost at all, Cleet.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell us a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolic compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of her past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
Huh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive, too, so...
Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this,
That's what she said.
but in the end, I enjoyed it.
That's what she said!
I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Cleet.
That's what she said! Me too.
That's what she said. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities, even if they're just being nice. Oh, the music's getting fucked. There's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's why I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
You already know.
Oh, thanks. Yours is cute.
Lesbo.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that.
Sayori gave up.
I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? But it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, Yuri is pretty antisocial.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it.
Like Cleet.
Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Cleet did too. So, based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own.
Oh boy.
First of all,
Oh boy.
excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style.
I think Yuri has decided who her next
Victim.
target is going to be.
I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come with something particularly inspiring,
Like killing Sayori.
which I haven't yet.
Because Sayori's dead.
And Cleet liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Ooh. Natsuki suddenly stands up.
The music stopped.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our newest member, Yuri.
What is this music now?
It's the silly music.
Oh, it's got bang.
Silly song.
It's got bang. Sounds kind of... I don't know. I thought it sounded distorted at first.
Alright. That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Cleet appreciated my advice more than he appreciated yours.
These bitches are about to fight.
Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Boom!
Well, you know what? It wasn't one of... I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a bigger size as soon as Cleet showed up.
Oh, you're stuffing your tits.
Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you!
Damn, they just booted her out.
Taking out your own insecurities on others like that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Oh, God, it's getting faster! You really act as long... you really act as young as you look, Natsuki.
What the?
Me? Look who's talking, you wanna be edgy bitch!
Oh my damn!
Jesus! Edgy?
Oh, you're about to die.
Sorry, that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age and to comprehend. See? Just saying, that proves my point.
Oh, the screen's getting staticky.
Most people learn to get involved in others themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then you have to stop harassing others than your sour, sickening attitude.
Beat her ass!
You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try.
Aww.
Whoa, be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri.
Dude, these bitches, man.
Oh, my bad, you already do, don't you?
Oh, this
Jesus.
shit is getting cold! And it's also still freaky as fuck. Alright, so.
Did you just accuse me of cutting myself?
Well, you hung Sayori.
What the fuck is wrong with your head? Wow, first F-bomb dropped there.
Alright.
Yeah, go on. Let Cleet hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this.
Well, I do seem to attract crazy bitches. Dude, this fucking music, man. Suddenly, Yuri turns towards me, as if she just noticed I was standing here.
Cleet, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yuri.
Oh God, what's happening?
Yuri again. Yuri again.
Oh, yeah.
Yuri again. Yuri again. Fuck, I don't like this. Yuri again. Yuri again. Fuck, I don't fucking like Yuri again. Oh, now I gotta click on Natsuki. Nope. Oh, Yuri again.
Oh, God. Hey,
Hey,
Monica.
Monica, how you doing, girl? Do I click?
Hey, girl.
Oh, I can... Yuri again. Yuri again. Yuri again. Yuri again.
Hey, Cleet. Why don't we step outside for a little bit?
Yuri again.
Okay.
Yuri again.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry about the whole room going staticky and me just appearing in your face and shit.
They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved.
It's okay, I want to plow them.
It's probably better for us to stay out of this.
Well, we will find out what we're getting into
Oh, shit.
next time on Rich and Rare.
Fuck me.